ChatGPT, such impressive tech. And rightfully, people are going crazy about it, especially all those experts making videos about how they made millions with ChatGPT, and that's precisely what I want to dive a little deeper. Making money with ChatGPT is not what you expect, so if you were thinking about milking ChatGPT dry, watch this video first. So, should you even try making money with ChatGPT? I think we'll just go over a list of popular tips you can get online and discuss whether they actually work. Starting with making videos with ChatGPT. Here's how the advice usually goes. Oh, it's so easy. You just use ChatGPT for script, brainstorming ideas, developing the topic, SEO, etc. And you use Pictory, Murph AI, Speechify, etc. for creating short videos themselves. And experts claim that this way you could make hundreds of dollars per day. Sounds lucrative and easy enough, right? Well, that's where the issues start piling up. Firstly, while ChatGPT can help in creating scripts and voiceovers, it may struggle to understand the nuances of video creation, audience engagement, and so on. Creating interesting videos requires some understanding of visual storytelling, timing, and other things which ChatGPT does not possess, since it's only a language model. Secondly, some of the video making services you need may require a subscription or payment to access their full functionality. And let's not forget that you still have to figure out how to use each service. And lastly, don't forget that automatically generated content, aka videos created with AI, is prohibited on platforms like YouTube. This means that if you upload these videos on YouTube, you may violate the policy and suffer the consequences. Do you want that? Taking all of these things into account, here is how it's gonna look for you. You spend hours trying to teach ChatGPT to come up with interesting ideas, then you teach it to write scripts in an engaging way. After that, you spend money on AI video making platforms, learn how to use them, and finally create a video after many hours, and then you just upload it online and watch it getting deleted due to violating policies. Nice, right? Another money-making scheme that gets a lot of praise lately is copywriting. But Arthur, how can ChatGPT fail at that? Its main purpose to write articles. Well, let's first listen to what experts are saying. Use ChatGPT to write articles, blog posts, engage in sales pitches, generate slogans, and so on. Teach it to do it and get ready to collect the cash. Whoa, is it that easy? Well, not really, and here's why. 1. ChatGPT can't really write anything unique.
What?
Yes, I know how it sounds, but trust me, any plagiarism checker will instantly see that the text generated by ChatGPT has no originality to it, and if it does, it will be around 30% tops. But why is that? Well, ChatGPT is a language model, so it has learned billions, if not trillions, of written pieces to see how people do it. However, that's precisely the problem. ChatGPT is not a person, so it doesn't have a perception of words as we do. We, as humans, understand how the words sound in a sentence, what energy they are conveying, and how a slight change of a word can lead to a totally different meaning. For ChatGPT, it's all the same. All words are just packs of tags and parameters, which it combines into written piece. But it does that not from thinking like we do, but from copying what it already saw, what other people have written, and mixes up the words from different authors. Of course, it doesn't use lengthy parts, but it's not that hard to see which part of the text is written by the AI. So if uniqueness is not possible basically, why will people buy from you? Don't forget that you need to find clients who will be willing to pay for your writing. They're gonna make revisions, ask to change things, reword something, and with ChatGPT, that's not exactly easy to do. And if you can use ChatGPT for copywriting, what stops those potential clients from doing the same thing? Yeah, think about that. Next, writing simple code. Yeah, some people think you can sell that. They make it seem so easy. You just enter a prompt, generate the code, and then sell it to clients. The problem with this money-making method consists of 3 problems: convenience, market, and quality. First, how convenient will it be for a client to use your code and for you to embed it? When it comes to coding, you should know that it's all about the whole package. Every part of the code should work in tandem with other parts. So you usually can't just take a piece of code code, stick it in, and hope for the best. So at least you need to understand coding to do this side hustle. And you will spend time on figuring out how to incorporate the new code into the old one so there would be no bugs. That's not that easy. But let's say you can do all that. What about the market for it? Well, how often do you hear about someone hiring programmers for simple junior level scripts? Yeah, that's what I thought. And let's not forget that now it is very hard to find a person who doesn't know about ChatGPT and its capabilities, so you're gonna try to conquer a very small market filled with thousands of gullible people like you who want to make money fast. And that's not gonna work. And the third problem was quality. The generated code is only as good as your prompt. You know that. So you need to know exactly what to enter in order to get the result you want. If you're gonna use trial and error method, you're just gonna lose time and achieve nothing. ChatGPT is not a genie. You have to know how to use it. And to make things easier for you, we've put together a pack of prompts that you can use. This pack has tons of ready-made prompts that you can simply copy and paste. We believe this list will be a game changer for businesses, marketing specialists, or just anyone looking to level up their ChatGPT experience. And now we have a huge discount, 50% the original price. So be sure to check it out, the link is in the description. The next commonly advised method is affiliate marketing. That's my favorite one. Here's how the ad goes. You ask ChatGPT for written articles, embed links into them, and publish the text on platforms that host large numbers of text. Again, sounds super easy, but the reality is once again far less dreamy. I know a bit about affiliate marketing, but even my limited knowledge is enough to understand how flawed this advice is. I'll start right off the bat with a huge problem. Most websites that allow for free publishing are trash. No one goes there. They exist only for link building and nothing else. They're buried so deep in the internet that you rarely find them by Googling. So forget about thousands of people reading your AI generated text. 99% of the time, it will be seen only by you and a website administrator. And at the same time, even on such trashy websites no one goes to, there usually are requirements for published texts, especially regarding uniqueness. As we already established, ChatGPT isn't really good at original text. It won't be able to reach 90+% originality. And the next issue with this, are you really willing to create hundreds of texts for hundreds of products, find a different website for each one, and so on? Come on, man, that's far too much work for zero pay. Online experts also like to mention writing and selling books. Again, huge red flag here. Why and how? Firstly, ChatGPT has a limit for the size of generated text, so you'll have to constantly give new prompts to push the story forward. Second, without detailed instructions, everything ChatGPT writes is extremely bland and basic. If you want to sell the most boring book in the history of writing, go for it. What the But if you actually want a book that sells, you'll have to be more creative about it. Also, as I already said earlier, ChatGPT follows patterns. So you're risking getting repetitive parts of the story and even some inconsistencies due to the lack of proper visual memory. And answer this, why would people buy your book? Are you willing to do some social media promotion first? Or you're just gonna upload the book to Amazon and hope for the best? Again, you will spend a ton of time and earn zero. The best you can hope for are the kids' books. But those also have a limited audience. You have to really do something interesting for moms to want to buy your book and not one from Dr. Seuss. So again, no luck here. ChatGPT and other AI services definitely can make you money, but it's never that easy. You still have to learn how to work with AI tools, how to combine everything into one piece and so on. You can't just ask ChatGPT to make you money. It won't do that. But you can learn the tool and use new skills to make money. And to do that faster, don't forget to get our pack of prompts by clicking the link in the description. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.